Here's why I think you should start a YouTube channel. Greetings and welcome back to another episode of the Vodkast. I'm your host as always, Geycen Oliveira, and I want to talk a little bit today about why I started a YouTube channel and why I think you should start a YouTube channel as well. It's so you can stumble over your words and sound like an idiot on the internet. No, about 10 years ago, starting probably about March 1st, I started my YouTube channel. It was originally titled The Road to 40, and it was my journey from 39 to 40, and I wanted to document that. But as time went on, and I knew I wanted to keep doing something like this, I started to think, what could I do? What can I do to make the channel better? What can I do to make it interesting for the people who are watching the channel? And I think more importantly, the documentation of life is the reason why I think you should start a YouTube channel. Because how many photo albums do you have in your house? How many digital photos do you have on your computer? And how often do you actually go through those and look at them? I know for me, it's not very often, but I do use YouTube a lot. And so I find information that I need on YouTube. What I don't find is my parents on YouTube or any of my family really on YouTube at all. And I wish that they were there. I wish that there were generations of YouTube before YouTube came around so that I could share in the experiences that they had in life. Now, mind you, I have photos that I have looked at, but I don't go to them that much. If I had a channel that I could go to and see what my great-grandfather was doing, in 1802 or whatever, I think that would be super fantastic. And I think this is the first generation that's finally provided or is being provided the tools needed to create a channel such as this one here. Another reason why I think YouTube is such a great thing is it opens doors for you that you never would have experienced, I think, if you hadn't started a channel. For example, I wasn't into photography, taking pictures, video, or anything like that up to that point. I had, of course, all my life, just like most folks do, have a camera and, you take pictures. Nowadays, it's a lot easier because you have your phones and they have great cameras on them. However, it taught me how to set up a camera. It taught me how to get better audio. And I do have to give props to my friend Bob for actually helping me set up a lot of this. And my friend Brad for helping out with the video aspects of it and lighting and so on and so forth. But it gives you tools that you can use in other aspects of your life. And since I've taken on the whole YouTube channel thing, 10 years now, it'll be February 28th, I've discovered that I really enjoy these things, and I've used them outside of YouTube in situations like weddings. I've filmed a wedding for someone before. I've taken people's, photos and that they've needed for whatever it be, their yearbook or announcements or a birthday party or whatever. And I just find that like having this as a tool, something that our parents and grandparents did not have, is absolutely an amazing thing. And the fact that it's just a free service that you can sign up through Google and get your own YouTube channel and put out into the world whatever it is that you want to share with the world is an absolutely amazing and stunning thing to me. Another aspect of YouTube and my channel that I don't talk about very often is the fact that it's almost like therapy to me. It allows me to sit here alone in my office, focus on the one thing that I'm doing at the time, and it allows me to get a lot of stuff out, especially with the Road to 40 stuff. Like I had a lot on my chest in those days, and I think by sharing all that with the world or whoever was watching, it helped me feel a little bit better about myself and the situations I was in. And it allowed me to share my experiences in hopes that other people will feel a little bit better about, wherever they are in life. And it's introduced me to a lot of new people, and I've been able to go on their channels. They've come on my channels. It also has reconnected me with friends that I moved to Virginia a little over 20 years ago. And, up until that point, I was almost 30 when I left Massachusetts. I had a group of friends that I wouldn't trade for the world. However, it's hard to stay in touch when you're 600 miles away from people. So having this channel has opened up a door to allow me to work with the friends that I had back there and create some really great stuff. And I want to give a shout out to two other people right now. First is to my sister-in-law, Kim. She had recommended the product that I'm about to review right now several years ago. And for whatever reason, I just never got around to it. I actually purchased them with the intentions of doing a review and demo. That's kind of what the channel evolved into sort of after the Road to 40, by the way, if you're wondering. And my friend Tommy Perry sent me a picture a few weeks ago of the Oreo candy canes. Now, I was never a huge Oreo fan. Like, not that I hated Oreos. I've always liked Oreos since I was a kid. but it's literally associated me with Oreo. Like when people think of Oreo, they think of me now. A lot of my friends will share with me like, hey, have you tried this flavor? Hey, did you see this flavor is coming out? And I think that's awesome. And I'm not saying that you need YouTube to have that type of connection in your life, but I really wanted to do this and not exclude this another day, because this is one of my favorite things is when a viewer, a friend, a subscriber, whatever it is, recommends that I review something. I'm going to do my best to review it. And I don't know how this one escaped me for so long, because it's an Oreo product, and anything that's labeled with Oreo, anybody knows me well enough knows that I'm going to get it and I'm going to review it if I can get into the goddamn package here. So there we go. All right. I think I broke one of these when I first got this package because I dropped it, but I'm just going to grab the first one that comes out here, put those aside, going to bust into these. I think I was putting this off for so long because I'm not a huge candy cane fan or hard candy fan at all. So that's what this is, even though it's flavored Oreo. So I'll give it a few licks and sucks, and I'll let you know what I think about it. Here we go. Yeah, it's got a cookies and cream type of flavor to it. I can't say that it definitely nails the Oreo flavor. And like I said, it's hard candy, so I'm not a huge fan of it anyway. But I would be remiss to not review and demo something with the Oreo label on it. So if I had to score this, I don't know, I'd give it a 5. It's about average. If you're into hard candy that tastes like cookies and cream, go for it, I say. Either way, it's a nice looking candy cane, I will have to say. They do a lot of different colors in candy canes these days. They're not just red and white. They have green ones. They have brown ones and black ones and all different kinds of hot ones and spicy ones. There's another aspect of it. My friend Rick Brady has always been sending the channel, or me, hot things to review. I never thought I'd be into hot things, but the more and more I did it, the more and more I got into it. And I think that's just a channel, an avenue that opened up because of the fact that I have this YouTube channel. I hope I've gotten my point across. My point across is that you learn a lot of new skills. You can connect with people. You can find things that you never knew you loved before, and you also leave a documentation of your life for other people to watch long after you're gone, especially your family. I think that's super important. It's the main reason why I started this channel, and even though it has evolved into many other things, Dungeons and Dragons talks and drawing with Artie and all this fun other stuff, at the core of it, I want to leave this for my kids and my grandkids, if I ever have grandkids, so that they can see, you know, their dad, their grandfather. They can hear the words out of my mouth. They can hear my voice again, like what I wouldn't give to hear the voices of my lost family members. Sure, they're always in here somewhere, but if they were on here, I'd be super excited. I'd be so happy. So I hope you guys dig this video. Maybe it gives you a reason to start a YouTube channel. I know, like, this late in the game, there are so many millions of channels out there that you can choose from. So I really appreciate the fact that you guys come back and watch my content day after day, week after week, month after month, literally decade after decade. So here's to YouTube. Thank you for providing me with such a great and abundant tool, resource, whatever you want to call it, to leave my fingerprint behind for generations to come. And if you guys are loving the content I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider subscribing to the channel? I'm on the road to 700 right now. I'd love to get there by February 20th. And of course, I would like to get to 1,000 before, you know, the road to 60 starts at some point in the next 10 years. So just hit that subscribe button if you're into it. I'd be really ever so grateful for you. If you want to support the channel in any other way, share this with a friend. Or we do have a Patreon account that starts at $3. There are 4 tiers that go up to $20. It is never expected, but always appreciated. So that is available. Gives you a little bit of a voice, a little bit of a say in what happens on the podcast. And don't forget to make somebody smile today. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit more nostalgic together. Let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love, but never let your inner child die. Ow, that kind of hurt. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodkast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Geycen Oliveira. This is the Vodkast, and I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road to 50. Take care, my friends, and happy adventuring.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.